What's up, guys? Charlie with Summit Construction Group. We're just going to do a real quick video here on how to read an itemized insurance estimate. So we'll just dive right into it. We've got a basic example here, and I'm just going to try and keep this one as quick as possible. I've got a longer version, which is about 40 minutes long. We talk about a lot of stuff. This one I'm going to try and keep it to 5-6 minutes. We'll see if I can successfully do that. So here we go. Anyway, you've got your cover page here, shows the deductible. You usually get your homeowner's info. We go in here. This is a real simple estimate. We've got roof, we've got some downspouts. I've written on this estimate, so it's from the prior video. But anyway, replacement cost value, that's RCV. It's the full cost, right? It's the full cost that we're going to invoice the client for. It's the full amount that the insurance company is going to pay. Minus the homeowner's deductible, right? Homeowner ultimately pays their deductible. So that means for the roof, if there was $1,000 deductible on the claim, and the homeowner did the roof, basically the insurance company in this case would pay $13,565. We would invoice for $14,565. So homeowner would pay $1,000, insurance would pay $13,565. Boom, roof is paid for, right? That's how it works. So replacement cost value is the full actual cost to replace that item. And you look here at these two columns, you got the ACV and the depreciation. This plus this, okay, so ACV plus depreciation equals replacement cost value. So just remember that. ACV, or actual cash value, is the depreciated value of the item, whether it's the roof, the siding, the downspouts, whatever it is. They'll depreciate that item up front based on the age of that item. So if it's a 30-year rated shingle and it's whatever, 6 years old, in that case, they would depreciate the roof by maybe 20%, right? 1/5. So it just depends. If it's it's a 30-year shingle and it's a 15-year-old roof, they would depreciate it by half, right? So if that were the case, then the homeowner would have gotten something like $7,200 for actual cash value, and then $7,200 for depreciation on this roof. But anyway, you can see the numbers here. This was a pretty new roof. I think it was 3-4 years old, so they didn't depreciate it much. So he got a pretty good size ACV check. Once the roof is done, he's going to get another $1,799.47 for that roof, right? If all these lines are completed. These are all the little itemized components that go into the roof, right? And you got to be careful because sometimes they have items grouped into the roofing subcategory that aren't part of the roof. So you have to subtract them out either when we're invoicing or when we're sending supplements to the insurance company or whatever. So sometimes they'll put gutters in here. Another common one, furnace cap. We never replace the furnace cap because you got to be HVAC company to do that stuff. So anyway, but this is all roof. They've got downspouts down below here. So just remember that, guys. ACV plus depreciation equals RCV. Depreciation gets reimbursed after the item is done, right? ACV is the first check minus the homeowner's deductible, right? Depreciation released after the item is replaced. Now, let's say somebody finds, you get some homeowners out there for whatever reason, they've got their own agenda, or they don't understand the process. That's usually the issue. Let's say they, instead of letting us work directly with the insurance company, they want to get quotes, right? There's no need for it, and I'll tell you why. It doesn't make sense. But you got some people stuck, on the old way of doing it. Back in the 90s and prior to that, insurance companies used to tell people, yeah, get 3 quotes, right? And that's how the insurance company would price the roof. Nowadays, it's all done in Xactimate, right? So Xactimate sets fair market value for labor and material, updates every month by zip code, right? That's how the estimates are written. So everyone's in agreement on the price, contractors, insurance companies. There's no issue there, right? Well, sometimes people want to get a quote, right? Because they don't understand the process, or maybe they think they can make money, right? Maybe somebody thinks, oh, I'll find a contractor to do this roof for $13,000, right? Insurance is going to pay $14,565. If I find someone to do this roof for $13,000, well, then guess what? I'm going to make $1,500. Except it doesn't work like that. Because here's the problem. Homeowner up front gets a check for $12,766 minus their deductible. Right, in this case, let's actually look at the claim, right? Because there's downspouts too. So in this case, homeowner has gotten a check for $12,376.12, right? And that's the actual cash value for their roof and their gutters, which are the only two things in this estimate, right? So that's the actual cash value for all the items in their estimate. In this case, again, roof and gutters, minus their deductible. That's how this number is derived, right? So they've got $12,376. So they think, oh, well, insurance, if I do this work, they're going to pay me $15,238 minus my deductible. So I'll end up having, $14,238 or whatever. Who knows exactly what goes through their mind, but long story short, they think if they find someone to do it for less than what insurance is approved, that there's going to be money left over. Well, it doesn't work like that. Here's why. To get the depreciation, a contractor has to send in an invoice to the insurance company, right? If you call Summit and say, hey, will you do this roof for 13 grand, right? And, we build the roof, 13 grand, we give you our invoice at the end. And guess what? If we send that to insurance, or if the homeowner sends that $13,000 invoice to insurance, that's all they're getting, 13 grand. They're not going to get 14,565. The insurance company keeps the rest of the money. It just vanishes, right? So what happens is the homeowner, they think they're being smart or tactful by finding someone to put on a cheaper roofing system or whatever. And that money just disappears. And then the homeowner gets an inferior product. And the insurance company is the one that benefits, right? So the only way for the homeowner to get that full amount, that $14,565, is they would have to send an invoice for that amount, or their contractor would, right? So the only way they could profit at that point is if their contractor sends an invoice for $14,565 and then gives the homeowner a kickback check of, say, $1,500. Well, that's illegal. It's called insurance fraud, right? And that's kickbacks. It's incentivizing an insurance claim. Can't do it, right? Big time no-no. So anyway, it's just something, every once in a while you'll have a homeowner that thinks, hey, we're going to find a way to make some money on this thing. And we'll find someone to do the work for less than what insurance approved. And I'm going to keep the leftover money. Well, the problem is they never end up actually getting the money because they send in an invoice and it's lower than the insurance approved amount. Well, insurance just releases the up to the invoice amount, right? So the money never comes back to them. The other big issue with that is most of the time on the estimates, initially the insurance company lowballs anyway. So like in this estimate we went through, they're missing 10 squares for tear off. They don't have any turtle vents included in the estimate. That's two things right off the bat. And that's without going through this estimate and sitting down and looking at the photos. But that's about $850 right out of the gate that insurance should have paid. So it's, long story short, guys, it's better if the contractor works directly with the insurance company, confirms the scope and the pricing. Homeowner pays their deductible. It's just what it is. It's an insurance claim. As a homeowner, that's what you got to do. That's your your responsibility. It's also the law. It is what it is. At the end of the day, be happy you're getting a new roof or siding or windows or maybe all three of those things for the cost of your deductible. It's not a bad deal. For a lot of people, that's a gift. So anyway, that was just real quick, guys. Again, you got the summary page here. This kind of shows the overview. Your replacement cost value, that's the total cost, always is. Actual cash value, here's your depreciation, right? Actual cash value plus depreciation equals the replacement cost value. Oh, one last thing I'll touch on quick, the deductible. How does the deductible work? Does the homeowner pay that to the insurance company? No, it's a common misconception. They think that they have to pay the deductible into the insurance company. It doesn't work like that. The way it works is the deductible gets deducted from the amount that the insurance company pays. So we'll use some real simple numbers. Let's say you got a $20,000 claim, right, with a $1,000 deductible. So you got, let's say, some roof, a roof, some fascia, some gutters, and painting your deck, right? 20 grand for all those items. You got a $1,000 deductible. What that means is it means insurance is going to pay the replacement cost value, typically $20,000 minus your deductible of $1,000. So it means insurance is going to pay $19,000, right? The homeowner is going to have to pay $1,000 to the contractor, right? So all the money goes from the insurance company to the homeowner. The homeowner then pays the contractor. So when the homeowner pays the contractor's invoice, it's $20,000. They're getting 19 of that from the insurance company, and 1,000 of that they're taking out of their own pocket. So that's how the deductible works. The deductible gets paid to the contractor by the homeowner, right? Doesn't get paid to the insurance company, nothing like that. So anyway, that's it, guys. Went a little longer, tried to keep it simple, but again, this is good info. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.